This is where you perfect the English pronunciation of some really confusing vowels. I was asked recently to please explain the differences in vowels between the eh sound, as in bed, versus the ah sound, as in bad. So I'll do just that right now. Let's go. Most people's issue with this vowel in English is that the ah sound is produced a little bit more neutrally, and that will make it sound a bit more like the eh vowel, because sometimes hearing the difference is just really difficult. First, we'll look at the jaw opening difference. The eh vowel, as in bed, has a very neutral jaw opening. So our jaw isn't entirely shut, but it's definitely not open. Eh. So the teeth are slightly apart, but they're pretty much in that kind of closed position. Eh. When we compare that with ah, you can notice there's quite a bit more jaw opening. Ah. Because our tongue muscles are attached to our jaw, our lower portion here, the more we lower our jaw, the lower our tongue generally goes. And the position of your tongue is what dictates what vowel is created. So for the eh sound, our tongue will be in a much more higher or neutral position versus ah, your tongue will be in a lower position. And because our jaw is also lower, it's much easier to get our tongue in a lower position as well. Another thing to consider is our lip position. If you compare eh and ah, the opening of our lips is different. Eh has a very neutral opening. Eh. Teeth are slightly open, but my lips aren't really doing anything. They're just chilling. When we get to ah, the lips are in a much more open and retracted position, almost like a smile. So when I'm teaching my clients this sound, I say, let's try it with a big smile. Ah, and our tongue is low. Ah. If you were to look at the IPA vowel chart, where are the vowels different? You'll notice that the ah symbol is much lower than the eh symbol, and the eh symbol is much more in that middle position. That means it shows you where your tongue would be placed to create that sound. Eh and ah. You'll also know that eh is a bit more forward, so the tongue is a bit more forward in the mouth and more in the middle. Eh. So if you push your tongue a bit forward, keeping it straight, the first thing to do here is to compare the difference between the vowels, making sure that they sound entirely different. Let's do a couple together. Jaw closed, lips in a neutral position, eh. If you feel your tongue pushing forward, great. Eh. Compare it with ah, jaw open, big smile. Ah, pulling the back of your tongue quite low. Ah. So let's compare some different minimal pairs. So a minimal pair just means one difference in the pronunciation or sound is different, and that changes the meaning. Bed and bad are an example of a minimal pair. We'll start with the eh and neutral position. Guess versus gas. Head versus had. Left, laughed. Letter, ladder. Notice in letter, the pronunciation of T's sounds exactly the same as the D sound in ladder. That is because it is a flap T. And if you ever want to learn a little more about flap T's, check out this video. You can just add it to another tab and watch it later. Neutral, blessed, blast. Met, mat, pest, past. Said, sad, set, sat, slept, slapped. Wreck, rack. Bed, bad. Beg, bag. Bet, bat. If you go by how it feels rather than how it sounds, eventually your ears will pick up that difference and it will be easy to hear the difference. But for now, if that's tricky, go by how it feels. I would really appreciate it if you clicked that little like mitten hand guy and shared this with someone you know who might benefit from this lesson. And that helps me to grow the channel and hopefully keep making content that you want. And I'd love to hear your comments below, letting me know if there's anything specific you really want to know about. I'd be happy to make another video on that topic in the future. But let's get back to learning. Excess, access, kept, capped, fester, faster, Steph, as in Stephanie, staff, trek, and track. Repeat this list over a couple times. Feel free to go back to the beginning of the video and practice until those sounds are distinctly different to your ears and that you can feel the difference. If you want to develop your skills with these two vowels to the conversation level, then click the link in the description below because I have all the information and resources that you need to get you there. Or if you prefer to learn by book or audiobook, those options are there for you too. And if you want to get to the next level and improve some other really confusing vowels in English, then click on this video because it has everything you want to know. See you there. Bye.